Welcome back. Another adventure going on today. And if you missed one of the last videos where we went out to one of the neighbors and got basically some abandoned equipment, you could say, be sure to check that video out. And today's kind of another video similar to that, because we're actually going, and look at this. Oh, it's something different every day. So today we're actually going to be going, unfortunately not a neighbor, which would be convenient, but we're going to be making a road trip and it's not too far away. And we're going to try and pick up a hay wagon, because baling the hay last year all into the ground and then having to hook up a trailer afterwards, and we did it with a dump trailer and it was a pain. So that's what we're doing today. If you've watched one of the last videos cutting wood where the truck didn't start, well, we're about to find out again. And of course I'm low in fuel. I love this thing. We're gonna unplug this tuner because I have a feeling, for whatever reason, it's drawing on it. Oh. Hooked up, and we're gonna make one last check and then we're on the road. Truck's always out of fuel. My beautiful wife, she likes to joyride this thing and she always lets it on E. Let me just go on a rant here real quick. This is how messed up and backwards our society is. So there's a 2-lane road coming that's narrowing down to 1 lane, right? I'm already in the lane that you have to merge to. And there's also a truck behind me that's also already there. This pickup truck tries to go and cut everybody off and squeeze. They couldn't make it in front of me because obviously I have the trailer on. So they try and squeeze behind me and in front of the truck that's also behind me.
In 1 mile, keep right toward Pennsylvania.
So they barely get in, number one. And then when it eventually goes back to being a 2-lane highway, they proceed to come up next to me and flip me off as though it's my fault that they couldn't get in. Like, what? Well, we made it back. Unfortunately, we did run out of daylight, so I couldn't get you guys any footage of loading it, and I didn't want to get back super late, so you probably can't even see it. The light is kind of showing on it, but yeah, you can't really see anything. So I will show you guys tomorrow in the daylight. It's day number 2, and it's the daylight time now, obviously, and it is gorgeous out here. And they want even warmer tomorrow. So this is crazy for February weather. But now I can show you kind of where we're at. The goats think it's, well, they know it's feeding time again. So we got an old running gear here, and that tire is massive compared to the rest of them. The tires are shot. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you can see they are complete trash. This thing's been sitting for a long time. It was buried in the ground. Partially, the tongue was buried to about there. And it's got a little bit of a bend to it, but it's not terrible, nothing that I'm really concerned with. And it came with, you know, some extra parts and pieces that really don't matter. A belt of some sort. And the other thing is There was another one there that had older wheels, or like the spoke kind of wheels, but it did have rubber tires. I could have gotten that one too for pretty cheap. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that yet, but this one seems like it's pretty good. It seems like the tongue here is a little loose. You can see, you know, it's moving. So this probably isn't tight enough or something. But the tongue actually doesn't move. Nothing pivots. So, you know, whether or not that's something up here in the tie rods or something back under here, I don't know. I'm assuming I can probably grease some stuff and spray some stuff with WD-40 and probably get it to where it's good. But I don't know that for sure. So I'm gonna have to try and get this thing off of here without completely losing it down the hill, which it's not a big hill, but once it starts to go, and the flat tires may help me too. So I think the end goal with this thing is we're gonna try and obviously make a hay wagon out of it, but I need to get some new tires on it before anything, tires that are all the same size, because clearly, you know, you can see a big difference there with that one. That one is massive. For whatever reason, it's probably just what they had laying around. These are all 16 inchers. So I have a shop that's gonna actually put on some used truck tires, and you can get those a lot cheaper than you can like implement tires and stuff like that, and they'll do just as good. So I'm gonna try and get this thing off of here and see if I have any luck or if things end in disaster. Well, that went a lot better than expected. I thought for sure we were gonna have some issues with that, and it pulled me there a little bit towards the end, but quite honestly, not too bad. So I'm gonna assume that these don't have tubes in them, but I don't know that for sure. And you can obviously see the tongue is actually slightly that way, so these wheels are not turned straight, so it kind of made it a little bit of a pain to get it off. I had to keep sliding it to one side, but I know I got to get the wheels off of here, because I have, like, mechanics actually, you know, he's gonna put wheels on here, or new tires I should say, probably this week or maybe next week. So I need to get these off and get them up to him. So the first thing we got to do is get it jacked up and get these off. So I got some jack stands over at the house. I'll grab those. We'll get this jacked up. The only thing that scares me, it doesn't even scare me because I know whatever it is, but these studs in the back, I highly doubt these are gonna turn loose. Highly doubt it. Probably gonna have to turn, you know, heat them red hot just to get them off. But worst case scenario, I could probably just put new studs in or new bolts, one of the two. So we'll figure it out. This is where it's gonna be fun, because I have no problem with this pulling it. I'm certainly confident that that'll pull it, but I can only really drive straight. I can't do anything else because this doesn't move, it doesn't turn. So I could either try and spray it, but I think I'm gonna try and just get it over there because I don't really have that far to go. quite honestly, I think I'm just gonna let it sit here because I'd have to do a full big huge loop in the yard and come back through here. So I think this should be fine. The tanks you can still get access to, and we don't even really access them that much. So this should work. This hub's a little not good, but it's a however year old wagon. It's not perfect. I'm sure this ain't gonna do anything. I'm really nervous. Ooh. Something turned. But what is happening? Is the whole thing turning? Is it gonna break? Nothing's turning in the back. I don't know what's happening. Is it breaking? No way. It's coming loose? Wow. This is the last wheel. There's no way this is gonna happen. My luck doesn't work like that. There's one. Two. Three. 4. There's no way. This never happens. Unbelievable. They all came out. That is crazy. So it was either they would have came out or it was the WD-40, and I'm guessing it was the WD-40 because I sprayed them all. I did spray the front, everything up there, and still no luck with that. I can't get that to move or budge. There is 2 grease certs that I did find up there, so maybe I can get lucky and throw some grease in there and they'll loosen up. I don't know, but I don't know if I'm gonna move it over there, just set it here and put it on jack stands and try and work at it from that point. But the biggest thing was to get all these wheels off. And one thing I did notice is this is a different wheel than the rest of them. That one's completely different. So that one was changed at one point, but I think they are still all 16s. So it's just that humongo tire there. A little bit of manpower. I had to slide it. As you can see, I still couldn't get it to turn. So I'm gonna get all the wheels popped off, put it on jack stands, try beating on that stuff, and maybe it'll turn. I don't know. If you want me to be honest with you, I did not anticipate that going that easy. That is nuts. I don't know. The only thing really that I need to do at this point is get that tongue to turn, to move. And I haven't been lucky at that yet. But now that we got the wheels off, I can probably hit here or something and try and get it to turn, but otherwise, she's stuck. But now we can get these wheels and tires to the shop and they're ready. Well guys, I think we're as far as we can go right now. I did spray some more, kind of up on all the components up there on the tongue. I didn't grease the grease certs yet, but that may help. But I got to get these to the garage, and that was the main thing, getting these done. So that's going to do it for today's video. Got a lot more done than I thought we were going to get done because everything went a lot better than I was anticipating. So that's going to do it. The newest addition on the homestead. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.